Sure. I saw a post from this other gentleman. I think his name is Robert, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I know the guy. But I can't respond to that guy. Personal reasons, there's no way I can argue with that guy. Yes, he's telling the truth. Global was paid. He's telling the truth. Even the damages were paid. That's true. But I'm not here for that, you know. I was aware that this day will come. Like second week, maybe on the show, I decided to love myself and take a decision, you know. I think it was after, just after 2 weeks spending time with the cast. You know the cast, right? You know her. I won't mention the name right now. I realized that I need to make a choice. I need to create boundaries. And I stood up and I went straight and update the mother of my kids. Create boundaries. Tell her how I feel about that cast. No, I did. I told her how I feel about Nelisa. Let me say it. I told her how I feel about Nelisa. And in that way, I was creating boundaries. I was choosing myself. You know, I had to choose myself. I had to be selfish. I think I really have a soft spot for the mother of my kids, where like I didn't even choose myself for many years, you know. And after saying whatever that I said, creating boundaries, tell her how I feel about Nellis and everything, you know, because first and second week, yes, I was talking to my ex. That's true. I was talking to her, you know. But here's the catch. After telling her whatever that I told her, I was given two options. Whether I leave whatever that I'm doing on the show, or I'll be exposed, you know. I had to sit for minutes, Nyana, thinking about that. That was big, because I'm going to be embarrassed on social media and on national TV and whatsoever, because I was told that you'll be exposed, bro. You'll be exposed big time, you know. And then I had to make a choice, you know. And I took a decision to say, you know what, whether you go to the show, you are right to production and tell whatsoever, there's no way I'll lose this person. There's no way. I think previously I lost good people, but this one, I don't know, I'm getting the strength and the courage to say I'm risking everything for her. And I have to take that decision and stand by it. Even today, I'm still sticking to my decision. People can expose me the way they want, share pictures, whatsoever, go everywhere. I know this is the right person that I've been waiting for the rest of my life. And I'm not going to change the decision unless if Fiona should change, you know. But I'm not saying that I'll recommit with her or whatsoever. I don't know. You must keep on watching the show. But I was aware that this day will come where I'll be exposed everywhere. But I didn't mind, because of I can be exposed wherever. You guys will talk on social media and whatsoever and say whatever that you want to say. But if I'm happy with this person, I rather risk everything, reputation, whatsoever, be called all sort of names. But I'm dying for this one. I'm risking everything for this person. And even today, I'm saying I'm still gonna risk everything for this person.
What on earth have I involved myself with? What on earth have I involved myself with? Because if I hadn't done my first video last week on Nelisa and Themba, I was not going to do any follow-up video. I was going to leave this thing alone. But now I feel like I've already involved myself, and now I need to finish what I started. As if you can hear what's happening in the background, I live close to a construction area. They're building some houses behind our houses. So I do apologize if you can hear the noise in the background. I made a video last week. I said in the video, Themba and Nelisa's story doesn't add up, or Themba's story doesn't add up with his baby mama, and that we need to have one of the podcasters find his baby mama and do a story there. Let her tell us her side of the story, because there's definitely something happening there. This was last week when I did this video. Sana, I've been proven right, because it has come out yesterday or the day before. It came out that Themba indeed is married to his baby mama. He indeed paid lobola for her. The lobola was paid. The damages were paid for the kids and all of that. In this video, he admits himself. The man admits that he indeed paid lobola. He indeed did all of those things that they are saying he did. But now, a second week being on the show, he decided to love himself and take a decision and create boundaries and fight for his relationship with Nelisa, because she's the one he's been waiting for all his life. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So this decision wasn't made before signing up to do a reality show. You waited until you were 2 weeks into it, until you were 2 weeks into the new marriage for you to create boundaries. Sir, couldn't you have created boundaries before signing up to be on the show? What was happening before the 2 weeks? What was happening before the 2 weeks that you decided to create boundaries? Clearly, this man went on this show with the intention of growing his following so he could get more gigs as a DJ, because we all know he's a DJ. His side hustle is that of being a DJ. So I personally think he wants a larger following so he can get more gigs as a DJ. It was never about finding love or finding merit. It was never genuine, in my opinion, from what I see and from what is being exposed now. And it looks like his baby mama, and by the way, his baby mama's name is Sponono. I didn't know that was her real name, which is why I didn't use it on my last video. But apparently that's her real name. So baby mama's name is Sponono, and it looks like Sponono and him were in this together, or he hatched a plan. He himself hatched a plan, told Sponono about it, and Sponono agreed. Now, I'm not going to be too harsh on Sponono. I'm not going to be harsh on the baby mama, because apparently she is dependent on him financially. Apparently she's a housewife who doesn't have a career of her own, who doesn't have much of an education. She's been a housewife forever, since after matric. She never went to school. This guy has been taking care of her financially ever since, right? Now, I understand the power dynamics in that situation, and I understand that sometimes one would agree. Sometimes a woman will agree to certain things, not because she agrees with those things, not because she wants those things, but because the breadwinner is saying this is how we must do it, and she's afraid of losing the breadwinner. She's afraid of losing the resources that she's being given by this man. So I'm not going to be too harsh on her. I don't think she wanted this situation. This is just me defending her, really, because I don't know. I don't think she wanted to go out there and deceive another woman for this man, because she would know. She would have to know that this man is going to be sleeping with this lady, pretending that he is married to her. I don't think any woman would be okay with that. So I don't think she was 100% okay with this. She just agreed. I think she just agreed with it to keep the peace and to not lose her breadwinner. That's what I think. That is just my opinion. So, but with all of that though, even though she agreed, what they both didn't expect, or what she didn't expect, was that this man would go on this reality show and then genuinely I don't want to say fall in love, because I don't believe this man is in love with Nelisa. But I don't think Sponono expected him to like Nelisa more than he likes her, and to want to now leave her for Nelisa. I don't think she expected that part. So even though she agreed to this thing, I don't think she knew how far it would go. I don't think any of them expected this. Because now it looks like he likes the lady he was paired up with, and he wants to risk everything. He says in this video here that he's gonna risk everything for her, for Nelisa. So it looks like their plan, or Themba's plan that Sponono agreed to, has backfired on Sponono. It has backfired on her, and I don't think this was a part of the plan. And so he says here, I was given two options. Either leave whatever I'm doing on the show and come home, or I will be exposed. Translation: the mother of my kids / my wife told me that what I was now doing, or what I was now telling her, was not part of our plan, and I needed to stop it and come home, or she was going to expose me as the married man that I am. You understand? I think this is the translation. I think this is what he's telling us. Now, and this man goes on to say, I'm not gonna lose. What did he say? I'm not gonna lose this late. I'm not gonna lose this one, because previously I've lost good people. I think previously I lost good people, but I wasn't going to lose this one. So I'm deciding to fight for her. Something like that. Now, this statement tells me that this man has cheated on Sponono before, but decided to leave those relationships that he was cheating on her with, and decided to stick to her, even though he thought those were good people for him. Right? Because remember, these people met in 2008, from what this man has told us. So they started a relationship in 2008. Which means they have been together since 2008. Now, in that time period, in that 17 years, or however long it's been, this statement tells me that there have been other women that he thought were good people, but he decided to leave them alone and focus on her. This is the same man who in earlier episodes told us that he couldn't find women who were ready for marriage. But now he's telling us that there were good people in the past. He previously lost good people, and he wasn't going to lose Nelisa. So in this relationship, this is why I will never support women who stay with cheating men. It doesn't end up like you're doing yourself a disservice. Because now all these people that he's talking about, all these so-called good people that he has lost, these were people that he was with when he was in this relationship with Sponono. Clearly, because they've been together for 17 years. When did he meet these so-called good people? When? Was it before Sponono? I doubt it. I think it was during this relationship, and Sponono stayed. And now here we are. She is being humiliated in front of the whole country because she decided to stay with a man who had cheated on her. I don't think this is the first time that he's cheating. I don't think. And this is cheating, by the way. Just because it's called married at first sight, or it's called a marriage, doesn't mean he's not cheating. This is absolutely cheating, because, sir, you are already married. You paid lobol. You're already married. So you are cheating on your wife, Sponono, with Nelisa. Nelisa, girl, Nelisa, I'm going to need you to run from this man. Please run. If you're still with this man, please end this so-called marriage. This is not a good man. This man is not a good man. This is not a decent human being. He is not. He is not a prize. And Nelisa, you do strike me as somebody who's desperate for marriage. But babe, this is not it. This is not it. Because even if he leaves Sponono for you, you haven't won a prize. This man is not a prize. This man is not. He admits that he went on the show knowing he had paid lobola for somebody else, and for 2 weeks he had been stringing you and Sponono along. He admits it. He admits that it was only after 2 weeks that he decided to make a decision. After 2 weeks of hanging out with you, he finally decided to make his decision, to love himself and focus on you, and to choose himself and to be selfish. So you've been selfish all along. You have been selfish all along. It wasn't your first time being selfish. And so he also mentions on the show that it's nice to have someone who makes her own money and pays her own bills. And there's there's a rumor that his baby mama is not his wife, actually is financially dependent on him entirely. So Nelisa, do you think this man is in love with you because of how amazing you are? Do you think he's in love with you because of how amazing you are? Or do you think he just likes the fact that you can pay your own bills? You have your own money, you can pay your own bills, you can go 50-50 with him? Because I think that's why he likes you. I think this man is tired of being a man. I think he's tired of, being responsible, being 100% responsible for a family that he created. I think he just wants a woman who can pay her own bills, who can, maybe even go 50-50 with him. A woman who's not gonna bother him about money the way Sponono is bothering him. I think that's what's going on here. That is my opinion. And then he says, I was aware that this day will come and I'll be exposed. So you were aware that this day will come and you will be exposed because you were doing something wrong. You knew that what you were doing was wrong. That is why you were expecting an expose. You knew that what you were doing was wrong. This is so annoying. And to think that there are women out there who are defending this man, who are saying Sponono is bitter, she's a bitter baby mama. Why is she coming out and saying all these things? Why can't she just move on with her life? The only thing Sponono has done is come out, or she has sent her family or her friends to come out and say that this man is married, which is the truth. So what is she supposed to do? Is she supposed to hide and say, no, he's not married, or keep quiet? No, she is coming out telling the truth and saying Lobola was paid, which is the truth, which is true. And because I don't want to make this video too long, ladies, it's very important. It is very important to have, even if you're married to the love of your life and all of that, it is very important to have your own money. It is very important to have your own money and to have your own things. I hope Sponono takes this man to court and takes half of everything that he has, because in South Africa that lobola is a marriage. You cannot go and pay lobola for somebody and then go and now marry somebody else. You are already married. So if he's gonna leave Sponono, it's fine, let him leave, but I hope Sponono goes to court and takes half of everything that this man owns, because she has been his wife for however long she's been there. She is entitled to whatever she can get from this cheater, this deceiver right here. She is entitled to whatever she can get from him. But you guys, tell me what you think about this. It is very important that we do our due diligence when we are dealing with this man and we have our own money. I am disappointed in this stupid show that just takes people off of the street and gets them wives, signs them up. Why was due diligence not done on this Themba? Because if the producers of this show had done anything, any kind of background check, they would have known that this man is married. They would have known. And then to top things off, Sponono called them and told them that this man paid lobola for me, but apparently nobody wanted to listen to her. They just care about giving us a show. All production cares about is giving a show. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Honestly, I feel bad for Sponono, but it's what you get. It's what you get for staying with cheaters and giving your whole life for a man. It's what you get, babe. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching.